Hey everyone. It's been a while since I posted videos, but I have been keeping track of this. So we all know that Kingdom Hearts Missing Link was pretty much canceled for good. So that's a missing game that will never happen. But we did get, a band-aid now, so we're healed up, and now we finally got some Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. We've been waiting 1,000 plus days since then, and we finally get some updates on what's been happening behind the scenes. So here we have gameplay screenshots of what Sora appears to be flow motion on his keychain, and you can tell by the bottom of his hold on, the screen, my mic is cracking a little bit. You can see the glowing on his shoes, so that indicates he's in flow motion, so that's still going to be a thing in the game. What I also like is that we have these new enemy types in the background. First, we have these neo shadow looking heartless that are basically humanoid versions of the shadows that we fought in the previous Kingdom Hearts games, and they have I guess a better physique and everything. But what I like are these guys. These guys I like because it seems like we're gonna have to actually work to actually get these openings on them. These guys look like they hold up more defense in a way because they got these big giant hands and stuff. And not only that, but you see these this little invisible shockwave that that comes out from the light of them. It seems like they're going to be some kind of beefy, tanky type of enemies. They look like mini boss type enemies and stuff that they're going to really make us have to work for. I feel like that we might either have to go behind them to actually get an attack, but I don't think they're going to let us do that. But I think that they're going to actually have us either counter them or something. Maybe a wrist dodge might still be a thing in Cage 4. That's what I think. They're basically almost like Cage, the previous enemies that we fought, like the large bodies where we had to fight them from behind because they had these shieldy type looks to them. So that's going to be interesting to see how we have to take these guys down. But the next thing I want to look at is this, the command. Everybody talked about this and stuff. You have the background, the theme of the command menu being the quadrantum area, so the buildings and all that stuff. This right here leads me to believe that Keyblade transformation is still going to be a thing in this game, and this little icon right here will probably display whatever it is that Sora is going to be using, kind of like how FF16 did with the icons on there. Whenever icon you use, it will have it in that little icon slot right there. So who knows, but that's pretty much what I assume, because the meter, Kingdom Hearts 3 did the exact same thing. They just didn't have that, so now they're going to be displaying what Sora's Keyblade transformation is going to be. And and I'm using this is the Japanese text, but it's definitely built in the English one, which I have a screenshot of that. What I also like about the command menu is that they have this little row looking, like if you see the little yellow lines right there, it basically has like the little row, it's pretty cool, a nice touch of details. I like that. Keyblade switching is still going to be a thing too, because you can see the arrow. That's still a thing as well. Another thing that's new to the command menu is this right here. Now, instead of us just not seeing how many items we have in our slots, now they actually display a number with the little cup on it. So now we know how many items we're gonna have in our slot. And FF16 also did the exact same thing in this game. See right here. If you zoom in on that, let me actually zoom that in right here. FF16 did the exact same thing with their items and stuff. So that's pretty cool that we actually get to see what we're actually holding in our slots and stuff. If there's anything else I want to talk about this gameplay shot, because also something I noticed in the background, I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but if you look in the background right there, I believe that's still the I'm pretty sure that's definitely the enemy that you see, or the giant dark side thing that you see. And I'm sorry if the voice sounds really loud. I'm gonna have to get a new mic real soon, because it's just all crap. But anyway, I believe that's the enemy that you see in the trailer, which is, yeah, that one right there. But it seems like he's teleporting. Now I can't tell if he's actually summoning all those enemies, or is he just, there in the background? Because I mean, you can clearly see they're still in the same area somewhere. It might be off behind the screen or something, but it seems like they're in the same area. So now we're going to talk about the other shots right here. These two shots right here, they're definitely the same. This is the gameplay of, like, this part right here. I believe this is the gameplay part, because normally at the cutscene, because this one looks pretty high detail and all, where this one look like it's back at its gameplay state, because after the cutscene, Sora is looking at what appears to be flashing out there, and like that, just like that. And I feel like after this cutscene plays out, the screen is going to pan back behind Sora, because you see he looks like the screen is panned back and it's got that Cage 2 camera look. That's what I believe is going to happen, because he's still looking at what's flashing out there. So that's going to be interesting. We don't know what's out there, but it's very flashy. Some people think it's rain. It does look like rain, but to me it looks like a bunch of sparkly effects, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell. Then you got this screenshot right here, which appears to be two different color lights shooting at this supposedly winged version of Darkseid. Some people think it's Sora and Riku, and I would like to believe that is too, just because the yellow lighting that looks definitely like Sora's color. And then you got this one right here, looks like Riku's on light, getting ready to hit the dark side. And so yeah, who knows, we don't know what's gonna happen. But then you got the reflection of the build. Oopsie. You got the reflection of the dark side enemy on the building, so the details of reflection is pretty decent on here. I like that. At first I thought it was a bunch of cracks on there, from damage or something, but no, it's not. Then we have, let's back this up a bit. Then we have Staretsla. I don't know her name, because I barely kept up with the game, but I'm pretty sure someone can correct me about it. I know it's Staretsla or blah blah. I don't know. Sorry. But she looks way much better. She looks really good in here. It's like, I like that. The detail, that everything is pretty nice. I like that. And I also like that it looks like that's a number title not on her head. I don't know. That's what it looks like, because like an I and an X. That's what it looks like. Then you have a phone. Now, someone said, I believe the Gamers Joint said something about it being The Incredibles, or something. I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen it as many times as others. So maybe he has a good eye on it, and maybe it could be. Who knows? Next, we have the screenshot of Mickey, a playable Mickey actually, and he appears to be in some giant library. Now, I don't know where this is at, but it is, it looks very platformy. I like that. He's on, this has to be Scarlet Asylum, maybe, I guess. I would like it to be Hollow Bastion, like, Nintendo said, but I don't think this is Hollow Bastion or Radiant Garden. It just seems more like this is definitely Scarlet Asylum, just because these right here, it's kind of hard to see it, but I noticed it in the area of the classroom. You can actually see a little bit of this, I guess, but I could be wrong. But it's got to be Scarlet Asylum Library, but a more explorable area, something that we didn't get to get in Cage 3, especially since this up there, I believe, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is up there. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like some kind of crystal or some kind of device that has to either be activated. I don't know, but it's cool that we actually get a playable Mickey. And what I'm interested in to see is that since he only has an attack menu right here, will he be able to use reaction commands and stuff as well? Not just Sora, but Mickey. And also, if Mickey is a playable character, wink wink, I really hope we get a playable Kyrie segment as well, because she's been in the background for far too long. It'd be nice to actually have her have a gameplay section of her own, a full fleshed out gameplay section for her. So I'm hoping they would do that, but I mean, who knows? We'll just have to wait. Last we got Sora's code. I didn't get to mention that. This has to be his final look for the game, because the coat and everything, and he definitely, this definitely looks like a well polished adult Sora. I mean, the hair looks better. He doesn't look like he did like in the first trailer. He looks way better. What I like about this is that his necklace, though, because in the trailer his necklace was somewhere up a little higher, but now they managed to drop his necklace slightly down. I want to see if I can show it. I wish I had brought it on this side of the other thing, but I don't want to spend all video trying to look for it. But you can really look on there and do a side-by-side comparison, and you can see that the crown is just slightly up a bit in there. But other than that, I was pretty excited to see that this just came out of nowhere, showing all the screenshots and the progress they've been doing with the game and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show this. Plus, it's been a while since I actually done anything as far as Kingdom Hearts content, or just YouTube in general. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you all think, or how do you guys feel about the game? Do you think it's actually gonna do well, a lot better? I mean, because we only have screenshots to go off of. I mean, until we actually see gameplay, I'm still not I'm excited. This is exciting, but I'm still in between, like, is this gonna be a good game, or is it gonna be another Cage 3 type nonsense where I don't know, it plays the same as Cage 3. I really don't want it to play the same as Cage 3, and I don't want it to play the same as Cage 2 either. I want it to be a game that actually plays different than all the rest, but in a good way. I want it to have the fun mechanics, bring back the thought in the combat and stuff, parry mechanics, all that, just make the game more fun and engaging. That way, I can replay it again, because truth be told, I just can't find myself replaying Cage 3 anymore. The mods, yeah, they're unique, but again, it doesn't help out in at all, because you still have to play the game you still have to play Cage 3 the way it wants you to play it. So that's just how it is. So I'm really hoping they do something really unique with the combat in the game. I want to see Sora's base combat, see how that plays out. Does he have crowd control type combats and stuff? Make base Sora not just a base character that does nothing like he did in 3, and actually have it be more like what Cage 2 did, where base Sora was has some, I'm sorry, I'm tripping on my word. Had base Sora have more spotlight in Cage 2, along with his draw forms having spotlight. That's kind of what I want like to be in Cage 4. So that's about it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and that's about it. Thanks for watching.